Hello everyone. So in this lecture we'll see what is function and some basic functions. Okay, so let us begin with functions today. Okay, so in this lecture I'm going to discuss functions. Okay, so we'll start the function. So guys, what is function? We can say that let us consider two sets are given to you, set A and set B, and let us assume both sets are non-empty, isn't it? Then we can say that a function from set A to set B is a, we can say that, rule which associates the element of set A with the elements of set B, isn't it? Okay, so write down the definition of the functions, isn't it? Definition of functions. So we can say that let us consider A and B be two non-empty sets, isn't it? Two non-empty sets. Then we can say that a function f from set A to set B. That is the representation, isn't it? A function f from set A to set B, we can say that is a rule which associates elements of, we can say that, elements of set A to elements of set B, isn't it? Okay. Such that two conditions are given to you, such that first one, yes, these conditions are required. All elements of set A are associated to elements, we can say that, in set B, isn't it? Okay. The meaning of this statement is what? We can say that no element in set A should remain unmapped, isn't it? Okay. So we can say that that is no element in set A should remain unmapped, isn't it? That is the first condition of a function. And one more is there, and together with, we can say that second condition, yes, second condition is what? We can say that an element of set A is associated to a unique set in B, a unique element in set B, isn't it? So we can say that that is the definition of a function. So we can say that a function from set A to set B is a rule that associates the elements of set A with the elements of set B. Remember, with these two restrictions, first one is what? All elements of set A must be associated, and second one is what? We can say that an element of set A must be associated to a unique element in set B. Okay, so let us take one example. Okay, let us take one example. Let us consider two sets are there. Let's say this is set A and let's say this is your set B. And a function f is from set A to B. So f such that A goes to B, that is the representation function from A to B. Let us consider set A contains four elements, let's say x, y, z, w, and B contains A, B, C, D, isn't it? Let's say we can say that x is mapped with A, also y is mapped with B, z is also mapped with B, and w is mapped with C, isn't it? So we can say that this is a function, isn't it? Valid function. Why? Because we can see every element in set A, yes, is associated. First one, first condition, no element in set A is unmapped, so first condition is satisfied. Second one, we can say that every element in set A is associated with, yes, we can say that unique element. For example, x is associated with only one element A, Y is also associated with only one element B, Z is also associated with only one element B, and W is associated with only one element, that is C. That means no element in set A should be associated with more than one elements in set B. That is not allowed, isn't it? So here we can say that here, yes, what is the f of x means we can say that that is A, f of y we can say that that is B, f of z we can say that that is also B, and f of w we can say that that is also C. Now some terms, technical terms are there regarding functions. First one we can say that what is the domain. Domain means we can say that elements of set A, so we can say that x, y, z, w. And what is codomain? Codomain we can say that codomain means we can say that codomain. Yes, codomain means elements in set B, that is A, B, C, D. And next term is we can say that range. So we can say that range means yes, these values A, B, C, isn't it? So we can say that that is a range, isn't it? Also we can say that image of X is what? Image of X we can say that that is A, and pre-image of A is what? Pre-image of A, that is X, isn't it? Okay. So these are the terms regarding we can say that related to function. So image of X is A, so pre-image of A is X, and so on, isn't it? Similarly, we can say that image of Y is we can say that B, but pre-image of B are y comma z, isn't it? So we can say that yes, what are the images and pre-images, isn't it? Okay, so we can say that yes, if a function is from set A to set B, isn't it, then we can say that A is the, yes, we can say that A is the domain of function f, and B, set B is the codomain of the function f. And if we say that if the function is from B to A, then domain becomes B and codomain becomes A. Is that clear? Okay. So we can say that sometimes functions are also called as mapping, isn't it? So functions are also called mapping, isn't it? So we can say that X is mapped with A, Y is mapped with B, and Z is mapped with B, and so on, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. So we can say that if f of x equals to A, then x is what? X, we can say that x is A, or we can say that x is a input to that particular function, and A is the output produced by that particular function, isn't it? So if we draw the graph, so we can say that, let us say that is x-axis, and let's say this is the y-axis. So all inputs are present on x-axis, and whatever be the output, that will be represented on the y-axis, isn't it? Or let us consider, for example, let's say some function is there and f of 2 equals to 4, then we can say that at 2 the value of this function is what we can say that 4, isn't it? So yes, in this manner, this is the we can say that graphical representation of a function. That means domain will be represented on x-axis and range will be represented on the y-axis, isn't it? That's why sometimes it is also written as y equals to f of x, because f of x will be the output of the function at the input x, and that is output is also represented at y-axis, that is range, isn't it? So we can say that range is represented on y-axis and domain is represented on x-axis. I hope this one is clear to everyone. So let us take some simple examples based on functions. Let us consider one function is given to you. Let's say modulus function, isn't it? Modulus function. So we can say that, let's say f of x equals to, that is mod x, isn't it? And this mod x can be defined as the value is x if we can say that x is greater than equals to 0, and minus x if we can say that x is less than 0, isn't it? Okay, so we can say that yes, let us take the graphical representation of this one. So yes, this is also called as, we can say that y equals to f of x. So this can be assumed as y, isn't it? Now you only tell me, yes, y equals to x when x is greater than equals to 0. So for y equals to x, this function will be the straight line with the angle 45 degree, isn't it? That is the y equals to x. And for y equals to minus x, it will be, yes, this one, y equals to minus x. So here we can say that yes, let's say this is the given function. So we can say that here x, and let's say this is your y axis. Now you only tell me what will be the domain. Yes, we can input, yes, we can give any input. We can say that the domain is any real number. Yes, domain is real number, set of real number. But you can see, yes, whatever be the range, all outputs are above x axis, isn't it, in positive side. So we can say that range contains, we can say that yes, set of positive real numbers union with 0. 0 is also, when x equals to 0, then y will value will be 0 only, isn't it? So that is domain, means on x-axis whatever is present, that comes under domain, and whatever present at y-axis, that comes under, yes, range. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. So let us take one more example. Let us consider one more example. Let's say one logarithmic function. Logarithmic function. So f of x equals to log x. Let's say base a. This is assumed to be y. Now you only tell me when a is greater than 1, means base is greater than 1, then you know what will be the graph. You only tell me, yes, graph will be the like that, isn't it? Here at x equals to 1, what is the value of log? Yes, at x equals to 1, y value is 0, that is 1 comma 0. So we can say that that is y equals to f of x, that is equals to log x a base a, that is the logarithmic function, isn't it? Now you only tell me, yes, what is the domain? Yes, domain means the values of x-axis. So we can say that yes, domain is positive real numbers. But what is range? Range, we can say that a set of real numbers, isn't it? Here we can say that one output will be there. Here also, everywhere you can see that yes, outputs will be there along the y-axis in negative as well as positive side, isn't it? So in this manner, you can interpret any function, isn't it? Okay. So let us take one more example. Let us consider one square function. Square function. So in square function, let's say y equals to, or f of x equals to x square. So you can take, yes, the graphical representation of this one will be what? This only. Yes or no? So we can say that whatever be the value of x, the output will be always positive number, isn't it? So here also we can say that what is the domain? Domain means we can put, yes, any x value inside this. And what is range? We can say that range contains 0 to infinity, isn't it? 0 is inclusive, isn't it? So we can say that that will be the range of that particular function. I hope these are, yes, clear to everyone. So let us consider one more function. Let's say one trigonometric function. Let's say sine x. So we can say that f of x, or let's say y equals to what? We can say that sine x. So everybody knows about this particular function sine x. What will be the graph? Yes, graph of sine x will be like that only, isn't it? So on x-axis there will be a domain, and on y-axis we can say that there will be a range, isn't it? Now you only tell me, yes, this minimum value of this function is -1 and maximum value of this function is +1. So range, we can say that lies between, yes, -1 to +1. And what is domain? Yes, we can put any values, isn't it? Okay, so domain we can say that set of real numbers, isn't it? So that is the example of we can say that sine function, isn't it? That is the example of sine function, isn't it? So in same manner we can say that let us consider greatest integer function also. Let's say greatest integer function, greatest integer function, or it is also known as floor function, isn't it? F of x equals to, yes, this is represented with this one box sign for every x belongs to set of real number, or it is represented like that also, isn't it? Floor value of x. So yes, you only tell me. Yes, let us consider the graphical representation of greatest integer function, isn't it? Let's say what will be the domain. Yes, we can put, yes, any value of x, any real number, any real number. So we can say that domain will be the set of real number. Now you only tell me, let's say this is 0, this is, let's say, 0 1 2 3, and let's say this is -1 -2 -3, then this is 1 2 3, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Now you only tell me if any number lies between 0 and 1, let's say 0.6 or 0.5 or 0.9. Yes, the greatest integer function of all these values will be what? We can say that 0 only, isn't it? Okay. Also, any value, let us consider 1.2 or 1.5 or 1.7. The greatest integer function will be what? We can say that 1 only. So can we say that yes, in this period 1 to 2, yes, the value will be 1 except at 2, because when, yes, greatest integer function of 2 is 2. So bubble sign represents that that point is not inclusive, isn't it? Because at 2 we can say that 2 to 3, yes, we can say that the output or the greatest integer function will be what? 2 only, and at 3 it is not included, because for 3 greatest integer function will be the 3 only. Similarly, we can say that at 0 to 1, anything that is, we can say that that is 0 and 1 is not inclusive, isn't it? Similarly, yes, any number lies between, let's say, minus 0.5, this range 0 to -1, then seal value or greatest integer function of this one will be what? You only tell me what will be the greatest. We can say that -1, isn't it? -1. So we can say that these are -1 -2 -3. So we can say that between 0 to -1 the value will be -1 and 0 is excluded, yes or no? Yes, at 0 the greatest integer value will be the 0 only. Similarly, between -1 to -2, we can say that yes, any number, let's say yes, -1.5, then the greatest integer function will be what? Yes, we can say that -2. So anything lies between -1 to -2, so the value will be what? -2. But remember, -1 is excluded, because at exact -1, yes, the greatest integer function will be what? We can say that -1 only. I hope this one is clear to everyone. So some basic functions I took for yes, explaining, we can say that the domain and range concept, isn't it? So I hope everyone is fine with domain and range. We can say that whatever is allowed on x-axis is comes under, we can say, that domain, and whatever be the outputs, that is a range only, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. So in the next lecture, I am going to start. Yes, we'll see some types of functions, isn't it? And in the types of function, we'll see what are the one function, any two function, what is onto function, isn't it? What is into function, and we'll see what is inverse function, identity function, isn't it? Symmetric function, isn't it? Permutation function. All these categories of functions we will discuss in the next lecture, and that is very important. So that this lecture was just introduction about the functions, and in the next lecture onwards we'll see functions in detail, and that is very important for gate point of view. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay, thank you so much.